Y'all see who I got with me today? Y'all see it in studio, in clinic. Yes, sir. I
There
got my
we
boy,
go.
Dr. Larry Ford today. So welcome to another episode. Listen, kick back, relax, right? Because we about to go deep today, good people. Are you really free, right? Listen, before we get into it, I want to give you some quick stats real quick, right? Only 44% of Americans say they're satisfied with their life. Only 44%. You know what that means? That means that there's 56% of us walking around here dissatisfied with our life, right? I want you to hear this. Only 59% of Americans believe that they'll have a high quality life 5 years from now, right? 59. So that's 40% of us who don't think or believe in our future. I want y'all to really hear this. Are you free today, right? 69% of people stress about money, financial stress, anxiety around money, right? Because they believe that financial stability is the 1 in 3%. How about we just start with managing money? So listen, today in this episode, we really talking about, are you free, good people? So he needs no introduction. Welcome back to another Soul Truth episode. And this is where we slow things down. We recognize our patterns. We regulate our body through those emotions. We get a new revelation on what to do different, right? And then we build a rhythm around that and put it on repeat mode so we can dare to be us and tell our soul truth. Look, in studio today with my boy, Dr. Larry Ford, hands to guide you. He don't need no introduction. He part of the community. But help me welcome him back to the show today. Welcome back, man. So how you been, Dr.
I've been
Ford?
good, man. Been good. Been very good.
Good deal.
Everything's going good. Month's been good. Normal things in the clinic, normal things in life. Everything's been good. Glad to be here for another show. Everything's been good.
Man, that's good. That's good, man. So you just got off vacation, right? Y'all just came from Florida last week, right?
Yep.
Good deal. Good deal.
Little vacation, little trip.
Yeah, little getaway. I know, man. Our son's birthday is today, so right after this, I'm gonna go on to the show. So listen, man, we about to just jump right into it, right? Are you really free, good people? That's what we talking about today. Like I said, as we go into this show, y'all see me look at my notes, man. Y'all know I'm a note taker, right? So y'all see me look at my notes. So listen, I want you to really get engaged with these stats, though, right? Because I want you to see yourself in these stats, right? Another stat: 31% of American employees are engaged at work. Just 31%. So you know what that means? 69% are disengaged. That means they show up to work every day, get a paycheck, and don't really like what they do because they're not free from the inside out. So today, we want to help y'all with this, man. We want to help y'all with real freedom. Dr. Ford is going to be breaking down what that real freedom is from a clinical perspective and how you can really achieve that freedom from the inside out. And you don't fall into one of these stats, right? Because to us, there's just too many Americans out here, man. They're not being fulfilled with their life, and it can be prevented, right? So today in this episode, we're going to show y'all how to prevent that, man. You ready to jump into it, Dr. Ford?
Ready.
So ready. So listen, man, this the first question. This the first question I want to ask you. I mean, y'all know I got my notes. So look, this the first question I want to ask. So to you, when you hear the word freedom, what does that really mean to you from a clinical perspective? If you was diving into that with your patients, if you tell them to be mentally, emotionally free, nervous system freedom, what does that really mean?
Well, when you talk about freedom, you have to include emotions because it's emotions that come with freedom, right? But just because, so when you talk about freedom, you have to include emotions, but you have to understand emotions to have freedom because freedom doesn't come without anxiety, depression, fear, sadness, happiness. Those are all that's the emotional tank, the emotional bank, or however you word it, right? So you have to understand that, and healthy emotions inform your decisions. Dysregulated emotions make your decisions. Healthy emotions inform your decisions. Dysregulated emotions make your decisions.
Wow.
So and the easiest way to talk about that and understand that and make that make sense is Like when you're happy, you don't get in trouble when you're happy, right? So when you're angry, what happens when you're angry? Right? You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So if you're angry, dysregulated emotions is when things happen,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
So like road rage,
Yeah.
that's a dysregulated individual that's upset, that's mad, that's angry, that's letting his or her emotions get the better of them.
Okay.
But does that happen when you're in a car driving and you're happy? And you're having the best day of your life and you're driving, you're listening to music or you have the windows down and things are going great. Why don't you have that same behavior? Because you're not dysregulated. So you have to, when you say freedom, you have to include emotional freedom. You have to understand that freedom does come with responsibility.
Got you, man. So would you say on that first stat that I read, when it was over 56% of Americans, now this is from the Gallup, I think, survey that I just read, over 56% of us Americans, that's almost 6 out of 10 people are dissatisfied. Would you say that comes from just being not free emotionally or mentally, or just allowing the nervous system to kind of run the show? Like, talk to that a little bit.
That's where it starts. You know, I believe that's where it starts because, you know, we're in this day and time in 2026, we're so accustomed to being conditioned. Like freedom, man, that's such a strong word. Our country was based on freedom, allegedly. That's such a strong word, but there's a large group of people who've never experienced freedom and aren't even sure what it looks like. So that's a very strong word. So I want to say the stats are higher than that.
So is freedom a feeling or a skill that people can learn?
It's a skill. It's definitely a skill. Without a doubt, it's a skill.
It's a skill. It's a skill.
So it's a skill that it's a skill that has to be managed. It's a skill that has to be managed to experience the freedom.
So it's a skill that has to be. So that means people have to work on it.
Every day.
So that means people have to show up and have to be intentional about freedom. Is what I'm hearing you say, that
every day.
Every day. So tell me this before we move on to the next part. Why do you think people know what to do? Because I say this all the time. Why do you think people know what to do but still can't quite do it?
The first thing I would say is I'm not sure they know what to do. Because to know what to do is to live present and be in the moment. Wow. And the average person doesn't have skills to do that. If I'm just being blatant, I'm just serious. That's an acquired skill.
Yeah.
Because you have to be aware in real time. It doesn't make. It's one thing to recognize and realize what happened an hour ago. It's another thing to recognize and experience and be aware in real time what's happening right now, the moment that me and you are speaking. The average person, I'm just
hey, listen, you've been doing this work for over 30 years.
Hey, I'm just telling
this is what you know. This is what you teach.
I'm just telling you. The average person doesn't have the awareness, knowledge, or the skill to apply it in real time. Yeah, you have to be able to apply it in real time. You have to have the knowledge to focus on the things you can control. Understand that in real time. That's why I will never be upset while I'm driving the car. It's impossible, and you shouldn't use these terms, but I use them. It's impossible for me to have a road rage day or whatever it's called. You know, being upset driving, because I understand I can just control the controllables.
Yes.
And I'm able to do that in real time. So you're sitting next to me, yet I'm not concerned about what you do because I understand I can't control what you do. I can only control what I do.
I like that. So
no matter what you project on me and what you do, I understand I'm not in control of that.
Yeah.
So I know what I know.
Yeah.
But see, if I don't know what I know, guess what? You can convince me of anything.
Say that real slow again.
I know what I know,
Yeah.
right? But if I didn't, you can convince me of anything. And if it's not, so you say, well, I'm a person. What if it's not a person? What if it's a situation? The situation doesn't change either. I still know what I know. So a situation isn't going to direct me or guide me in the decisions that I make.
Because you know what you know.
Period.
Come on. See, so that's why we telling y'all freedom. Number one, it's a choice. Number two, you have to work on it every day, right? You have to be intentional about it because it's a skill set. It's a skill set, which brings me to my next to my next part. My next part I want to talk about, because last week I talked about how people are stuck, and I said people are not stuck mentally or psychologically; they're stuck in their body, biologically. So just talk a little bit about, from a clinical perspective, what do you see clinically with patterns that are with people that are stuck in their body? Because I always say people are not really stuck mentally and psychologically. It's the nervous system that's driving the pattern. So do you see that more so in clinic, or is it really mental or psychological, or is it both?
Both.
Got you.
Both.
Got you.
Both. Because the body learns from an early age, from a very young age, that conflict equals danger. But conflict also equals change. But you have to understand this: if conflict equals danger, it's probable, and there's a possibility that success equals rejection, because it's going to be so uncomfortable. And vulnerability equals pain. And if vulnerability equals pain, if I told you, hey, your life will be changed forever, but it's going to be painful, you'll say, the average person, because we're talking about statistics, the average person will say, no, I'm good. I'm cool. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. No. The nervous system, and we literally talk about this like every day. Forever. Because the nervous system is designed to protect you based on your experiences.
Yeah.
You always have this saying, a bear in the woods.
Yeah.
If I see you and a bear, help the bear.
Yep.
Right? So, but let's flip that. With the nervous system, if it was me and the bear, I need some help.
Yeah.
So my nervous system is going to know that and be aware of that. And it's going to tell me, now look, the first time it was on me, because we didn't know what a bear was. We didn't understand what a bear could do to you.
Yeah.
And that bear had his way with you.
Yeah.
That's another bear. Get you some help.
That's what it's gonna tell you in the moment. Yeah. See,
it's designed. Your nervous system is just simply designed to protect you based on your past experiences or the experiences you've had in life. So you have to understand the experiences you've had and be aware of what can change in those experiences.
I like that. Be aware of what can change. So would you say the nervous system, so what I'm hearing you say, the nervous system is either going to help you reach new heights, right? Because you got to make it feel safe, or it's going to keep you trapped, basically based off the past experiences, is what you're saying.
And it keeps you trapped because of lack of knowledge or unawareness of not being aware. If I never become aware of what a bear can do to me, and I could continue to put myself in the woods where they hang out at or where bears are, then I continue to be in those same situations. But once I develop a sense of awareness of what a bear can do and where bears are, now I've applied knowledge. Once you apply the knowledge, you heighten your awareness and change can begin to happen.
Got you. Got you. So that's why some people repeat the same patterns, because change is, like you said, change, growth, creation, all that is
Oh, there's
uncomfortable.
plenty sayings about that. The first thing when you were saying that, one of the first things that came to my mind is that saying, insanity. You're
Yep.
doing the same
Same
thing.
thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
doing the same
Same
thing
thing.
over
Expecting
and
a
yeah,
different result.
yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, because a lot of us, we do those same patterns, but our nervous system don't feel safe to go to the next level, so we keep self-sabotaging, correct? So it'll
Yeah.
always pull us back down to the level. See, I say it like this. If your thermostat is set, think about a thermostat set on 75. If it's set on 75, it won't let you get higher than 75. But a thermostat will let you get lower than that, right? So anytime the room gets warmer than 75, your thermostat kicks on. So think of your nervous system like that, good people, right? 6 out of 10 people are dissatisfied with their life because
Hmm.
they're running nervous system programs that don't align with their life today, right? They're running programs and systems and beliefs and values that made a work for them when they was 20, but now they're 50, or now they're 30 or they're 40. That's what Dr. Ford is saying. Like, as you grow up, as you change, you gotta adapt and change your nervous system and retrain it, right? Is that what you're kind of saying? Like, you gotta
Yeah.
retrain the nervous system. As you learn new information, you gotta retrain your nervous system to new information.
Yeah, because the brain prefers familiarity over happiness. So
Mm,
that's what you just said. That's what I just heard you saying.
yeah,
If I like the thermostat on 75, then as long as it's 75, I'm good.
yeah.
But if it's not at 75, it could be 80 or it can be 68. Then there's going to be a problem. But 68 could be happiness.
Mm,
But 68 is going to be extremely uncomfortable.
got you.
Extremely
You're
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable. Yeah, got you. Because
But
you
you have
used
to
to it.
understand, yeah. But we have to understand, don't fear the uncomfortness.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fear being uncomfortable.
I like that. Y'all hear that? We can't fear that, good people. We trying to help you. Like, these are numbers that was alarming to me and Dr. Ford. That's why we wanted to have this conversation. Are you free? Because listen, people can be driving it, people can be spending it, people can be vacationing to it, they can be waking up, living in it, and still what? Not free. These what the numbers are telling us, that 6 out of 10 people are not satisfied with themselves. But they go to work every day, they go home every day, they drive it, they spend it, they live in it. And we're trying to show you why. Emotional, mental, right? Right? You're not free from that. Old programming, old survival loops. Okay, so listen. So brings me to my next point, the high self-awareness. You commented last week about this when I was talking about the high self-awareness. So I
Mm-hmm.
want you to kind of go into a little bit about this. So last week you mentioned that self-awareness on another level, right? So why is self-awareness so powerful, and why do most people avoid looking inward?
Because you can't regulate what you don't recognize.
Say
Period.
that slow for the people in the back.
You cannot regulate what you don't recognize. If I don't
Wow.
recognize that's a bear and the potential of what a bear can do to me,
So
how
the
can I
bird,
be regulated?
yeah, yeah. So you
Oh.
just going along in the woods like, ah! And the bird like, ah, because you ain't recognizing it.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, yeah. So they have to recognize the feeling, like me and you always talk about. You got to recognize the feeling. So give the if you was talking to one person out there who's feeling overwhelmed like that, they don't understand that the bear is around the corner. How do you start to recognize the feeling in the story that's driving that?
Okay, the three questions. The first question is, what am I feeling?
Okay.
What story? What am I feeling?
Mm-hmm.
What story am I telling myself
Okay.
that leads me to believe these feelings?
Mm-hmm.
And what's the underneath feeling
Mm,
that I'm hiding from?
mm, Y'all hear that? What am I feeling? What story am I telling myself that's attached to the feeling?
Yeah.
And what pattern is driving the story?
What am I feeling? I see a bear. What am I feeling? Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Okay. What's the next one?
What's the story attached to that?
Yeah. This bear can't do nothing to me. I'm this bear, man, this bear doesn't have a chance.
Chance.
Then what's the underneath
The
feeling
pattern
that I'm
attached to
at?
it.
Yeah, that the pattern is that's attached to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
what
it's
am
a
I
3-layer
feeling?
thing.
Yeah.
Got you. So listen, it's a 3-layer thing. Like Dr. Ford is saying, you got to pause yourself enough to ask yourself, what am I feeling? What story? Like you said, that bear, I'm bigger than the bear. Are you? You might be, but are you? Is that the story or is that really fact? Have you ever killed the bear? So if you ain't never killed the bear, you can't say you bigger than the bear, you know? So I say this all the time. Most people overestimate what they can do in 5 years or 3 years, and they overestimate what they can do in a year. Right. So like we talking about like the bear, if you if you don't really understand what the bear can do, you might walk in on the bear and be like, this is just a bear. That bear gonna eat you alive if you don't recognize what's really going on. So that's what we're talking about. So you got to slow yourself down enough, man. Good people, we're really trying to show you that these numbers are alarming. 31% of people or workers are engaged in their work, right? Because they're not recognizing the bear. Like Dr. Ford has said, that means it's 60, what's that, 69% of people?
And then I want to add this to it also. We had like uncomfortable emotions make you, emotions have the potential to make you extremely uncomfortable, but they also have the potential to make you understand in real time what's going on and what you're thinking and prepare you to make that next decision.
So it's data. So what I'm hearing you say,
we're going over data and facts.
Yeah, data and facts. Yeah, data and facts. So listen, you can't let your emotions tell you the story. You got to separate the story from the facts and understand that your emotions are data. Can you recognize that data to know that you really in the fight with a bear? Or do you think it's nonchalant? That's what we telling you, good people. Listen, we want you to be the best versions of yourself. This is clinical information. This ain't just me and Dr. Ford's philosophy. These are numbers. This is science, right? If you're not recognizing this, then your self-awareness can't go to the level that it needs to for you to be the best version of yourself, man. So listen, go ahead, keep going.
For you. I know you got water.
Yeah.
I know you're a water guy, right?
Yeah.
You love water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a store right here at this corner. If I told you 9 out of 10 times that I went to that store, the past 10 times that I went to that store, 9 of those times, which is 90%, they didn't have the type of water that you like. Would you go to that store?
No.
Okay. If I told you the store around the corner, 8 out of 10 times that I went there, they have the water that you like. Would you go to that store?
Yeah, that's the one I'll be going to.
What's the difference?
They got what I want.
Yeah, but now I'm gonna flip it.
Yeah.
What happens when you're comfortable not getting what you want?
Ooh, yeah, that hit.
You're comfortable not getting what you want, and then those same emotions will still be present. But if you don't become aware that this is a pattern, I come to this store all the time, and now I'm processing. I know you ain't gonna have the water when I get here.
And I still come.
But it's on the way home.
Convenient. Easy. I ain't got to go 10 minutes out my way to go get the water that I really want. Are y'all hearing? This is real-time processing, good people. These are what these numbers are telling us. That 69% of Americans go to work every day. And are disengaged in their work. That means they don't have meaning. They don't understand, like Dr. Ford is saying, they don't recognize that what they're doing don't have the water they want. And they steady going to doing the same thing. And oh man, I wish they had my water today. 9 times out of 10, they don't got the water. Why are you still going to the same store? So this is what we're trying to tell you today. To get something different in your life, You got to do and be something different, right? Right. So start going to the store that got the damn water.
Yeah. And then another thing is, because we're, talking about awareness and stuff,
Yeah.
just because, and I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
Once you become aware, what awareness brings? Discomfort. Because now you have a sense of reality that you didn't have before. We were talking about the bear. Let's continue talking about the bear. Once I become aware of what a bear can do, now I have to be in reality. This bear can really hurt me. That's uncomfortable. I know I really shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
I need to leave.
I like that.
But I like being here. I've been here the last 20 years. I need to leave.
No, I need to leave.
But leaving is going to be so uncomfortable. It's more comfortable being here. Man, I've been here 20 years.
Good people, are y'all hearing this? This is how the brain works. You know you need to leave the situation. You know you need to leave that relationship. You know that job is not working for you, right? But like Dr. Ford said, I've been here, I'm comfortable. So your nervous system say, hey, it's easier for us to deal with this, even though it's not what I want, than to create change. So then I just settle and I become part of the statistics.
I wish you can pull the stats up on how many people have stayed in situations for decades to avoid being in discomfort.
Man, that's our next topic. We're gonna have to talk about that on the next. Look, Dr. Ford just gave us yeah, good people. Listen. So listen, this is what we want to say on this, on the emotional freedom, on the financial freedom. Like Dr. Ford has said, can you experience, right? Can you go through and experience uncertainty without going back to survival? That's what we're trying to show you on the self-awareness, because everybody experiences uncertainty. Everybody experiences doubt, fear. That's part of life. Can you go through those things like me and Dr. Ford talked about in our last episode, pressure is a privilege. How do you walk yourself through those things? When you're experiencing uncertainty, when you're experiencing doubt, when you're feeling like life is overwhelming and you're not in alignment, can you give yourself a checkup? Can you give yourself an alignment? Can you recognize those patterns? Right? So listen. So as we start to kind of wrap this up, talk about what does healing really look like? Talk a little bit about what healing looks like, what you kind of tell your community, your patients on, like, if somebody is listening to this right now and they're stuck, right? They fall in one of these stats, right? They're feeling overwhelmed about their money. They're not happy with what they're going to, their job. They're not happy with their life, even though they driving it, living in it, making six figures, vacationing to it. What would you tell them to start that healing process and start to build a rhythm where they can kind of pull themselves out of that rut?
The first thing I would say that healing is a process, and healing doesn't mean the situation never happens again. It just simply means it takes you a shorter amount of time to get better.
I like that.
Yeah, healing doesn't mean you never get triggered or you're never bothered by a situation. It just means it takes you a shorter time to recover.
I like that.
It's like an athlete playing sports. An athlete that plays basketball. When you're a kid, you play basketball. A kid that's in college or an NBA player that plays basketball and has been playing basketball all of their life, right? So when they started spraining and turning their ankles at a young age. So now that I'm an adult, I'm no longer shocked or super absorbed by a turned ankle. I've dealt with this several times before. Now I know how to treat it. I know the recovery time. I know what to do. I know how to stay off of it. And now I can still play. But the first time you turn your ankle and twist your ankle, and you say, I'm out for weeks.
Yeah.
By the time, 5-10 years later, you say, man, I'll be back tomorrow.
But yeah.
So see, that recovery time is so much shorter. That's what healing and healthiness looks like.
Wow, I like that. I like that. Healing and help. Man, I like
Yeah,
that. You cut the recovery
yeah,
time
yeah,
down.
because this is another thing that I say, and I really truly live like this and live by this, and tell many people this. I'm okay with you having bad minutes,
Mm-hmm.
seconds, even hours, but not bad days.
Come on.
It's 24 hours in a day.
Mm-hmm.
So in theory, to have a bad day, it has to be 12 to 16 hours of the day. That's bad.
That's bad. Yeah.
8 of them, on average, 8 of those hours are going to be sleep.
Yeah.
So that knocks you down to 16 automatically. So 12 to 16 hours have to be bad. So now let's be super focused. Of those 12 to 16, what were you thinking about? Things that you can control or things that you can't control? On the best days of your life, you had the best thoughts. The worst days, you had the worst thoughts. On the best days, you focused on what's in your control. Worst days, the things that aren't in your control.
Wow.
So let's not have any bad. But there again, what's your level of awareness?
Awareness. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I understand an individual's level of awareness based on how they tell me their week was. Horrible. How was your week? Horrible. Low sense of awareness.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Because the whole week is not horrible. That's the story that they're telling themselves. So, like you just said,
one situation, Major. I was at a restaurant. Seriously, I was at a restaurant, and I was, you hear things. I was listening to a woman, 2 older ladies. They were having a conversation, and she says, "Such and such ruined my life." And I'm looking, and I'm like, "Wow!" She appeared to be in her mid to late 60s at least. And I said, "Wow!" So I just heard her say that this individual that she had one situation with ruined her life. So, but she's telling herself that. Not only is she telling herself that, she's having dialogue with another individual about that situation that ruined her life. And remember, we talk about this all the time. The person that says he can or the person that says he can't. But if I'm telling myself that this situation ruined my life, then I'm going to be led to believe that it ruined my life.
Yep.
One situation.
Ruined your whole life.
Yeah. No different than, how was your week? Terrible.
Terrible.
You had one flat tire. And and your week is terrible.
The story.
No. We have to begin to look at that as what's my true level of awareness in life.
I like that.
Just simply related to myself, not related to anybody else or any family or friends or anybody. Just simply related to myself. What's my level of awareness related to myself? Am I truly aware? And is there any possible way that I can be more aware of what's going on in my own bubble?
That's it. Be more aware. I like when you said about no such thing as bad days. I say the same thing, right? Bad moments, bad hours. To have a bad day, like Dr. Ford said, that means
you shoot all them balls.
Yeah. You know I'm gonna shoot that thing. You know, to have a bad day, like Dr. Ford and my wife can tell you, I say this all the time. A bad day, that means I consciously chose to keep replaying a story in my mind.
That's no longer relevant.
Come on. It's no. So listen, I'm gonna say it like this because y'all know I love that book, right? I'm gonna take you back to the book, Jacob and Esau, right? I always say this all the time. Jacob was running from a threat that was expired because his nervous system was dysregulated. He ran from his brother Esau for over 20 years. Why? From this same thing that me and Dr. Ford is talking about. He's playing a story in his mind about his brother on the hunt for him. His brother had moved on with his life, had the other stuff, and Jacob is still running, running from his brother from a threat that had already expired because his nervous system was he in the field tending to the sheep. He hearing the leaves blow. Is it Esau? That's what we trying to show you, good people. The story will have you running from things that's not even real in your life right now. So what story are you attaching to that experience, right? Are you really free? Are you really free? So listen, help the people right now as we close out, man. What are 2 to 3 practices that people can start doing this week to free themselves? To
You
start.
really talked about it last week, but I'm gonna just continue on what you talked about last week. Pause
Mm-hmm.
to recognize, name it,
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
emotion, and
Mm-hmm.
then breathe and
Pause. Recognize, name it, breathe.
be
Gotcha.
present in the moment.
Be present. So when they feel that emotion and they name it,
Because that's going to happen. It's over 30 plus emotions, right? That you can have at any given time, and way more than that. But that you can have at any given time. But if you don't recognize it, it's irrelevant.
gotcha.
And this is the thing, especially in school and society, we're very good at naming the basic ones: happiness, sad, anger. There's way more emotions than that. There's pleasant emotions, there are unpleasant emotions. We have to be aware. Is this a because it's categories. Is this a pleasant emotion or is this an unpleasant emotion?
Okay.
And then once you understand if it's pleasant or unpleasant, does it belong in this moment that I'm in right now? Because the emotion could be coming from 7 o'clock this morning when I was at the gym playing basketball. If I'm here talking to you, but I'm thinking about something that happened 3 hours ago, that's no longer relevant. Why are you thinking about that right now?
That's
I
true.
just missed
That's
the
true.
moment.
Oh my God, that's so true. That hit me. Y'all hear that? Because I do that sometimes. It's later in the day. That happened at 8:30 this morning. I'm still thinking about that. Has no effect on what I'm doing right now. Has no effect on what I need to. So Dr. Ford is, oh man, that's so good. That's so good. That's so good right there. Listen, you got to bring yourself to the present moment, good people. You got to pause. You got to breathe. You got to recognize what's going on in the moment. It does you no good to recognize that you should have ran from the bear after the fact. Your leg gone. No, that's comical. I'm being comical because that's just our style. But we being serious. It does you no good to oh man, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, but now you in a bind now. You in a hole now. Like you have to be able to start training yourself to recognize that in the moment, and it's a practice. It's not something that you're going to be. Oh, go ahead.
See, this is what happens. Why people do that is because it's so comfortable. We know the outcome before we even get the outcome based on comfortability. I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I do this every day. And it's such a routine. It's a part of my life. It's a part of my routine. And hopefully something else will happen. But it never happens.
Ooh, hold on. I want to pause right there. Right. Did you hear that? That's the real definition of insanity in real time. Because he's dealing with patients every day like this. He said, I know I shouldn't do this. The patients are saying, they know I shouldn't do this, but they're expecting a different result by doing the same thing that they know they shouldn't do. And then they get the same result, good people. We're trying to show you, in order to break that pattern, you got to recognize it and slow yourself down, or else you can say you know what to do. Just like when I talk to people every day, they talk about getting better health. Oh, they know what to do. Drink more water, do this, do that. My next question is always, what's stopping you from actually doing it? Right? If you know what to do, drink more water, eat cleaner, this is what we're saying. You got to slow yourself down enough, get your nervous system regulated, because there can be no revelation without regulation, man. So listen, man, anything else you want to say to the community before we get up out of here, Dr. Ford, man?
No, you summed it up. On the last message you were saying, though, They don't do it because that road hasn't been developed yet. We're creatures of habit, and we have pathways, right? And we leave here, we're gonna drive the same path that got us here. But then you say, hey, let's do something different. And then we're both sitting here. We're gonna be stuck because we don't know what it looks like.
Oh my God, I see that. Y'all see
That's
that?
where that awareness comes in. And then once you become aware, I need to do something different, you have to apply knowledge.
Got to.
And then the skill set is the practice.
Every day, waking up, showing up. Every day, practicing. Like we used to do on the court. Every day, baby, practice. Because when we stepped out there, it was gay. Hey, it was showtime. Hey, them lights was bright. But guess what? We had put in the work, like Dr. Ford said, during the week. So when we got out there and played, man, we are, hey, I ain't got to tell him what down screen I'm coming off and how. He already knew. Why? Because we already mentally prepared, emotionally prepared, right? When the games got tight. Right. Again. I didn't have to tell him, hey man, you know who to look for. But he was already looking for me. Because we prepared. So yeah, man, as we close, man, those numbers. We wanted to come on here today to continue the conversation about real freedom. Are you really free today? We want you to think about those numbers. We want you to think about yourself. Listen, if you got questions, email me, flthelifecoach@gmail.com. Y'all already know what it is. Where can they find you at, Dr. Ford? Where can the people find you at?
h2gy.com. On YouTube is H2GY BH, I believe it is. Hands to God, you behavioral health. Instagram, all the handles are the same. But I'm here, man. I'll be back next month. I enjoy. It's really a privilege to be on with you. For people that don't know and understand, me and FL have been lifelong. When you've been friends and been close with somebody this long, at this point in our life, we're lifelong friends.
Yes.
We spent over 3 decades with each other. This isn't our first show that we've done. We've done several other shows. All of them have been successful, and this is just another way that we get to help and serve the community and help the people. So I always get excited. I'm just fortunate to know somebody like this in my life, because I understand at this age you don't get to know and meet these type of people every day.
Man,
so
that's true.
I'm just thankful.
Man, hey, gratitude back, man. Reciprocation, man. It take one to know one. I always say that. So yeah, Dr. Ford, yeah, man, we've been around a long time, man. Dr. Ford, thanks for the lesson. Shout outs. Thanks for watching. Shout out. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, me and Dr. Ford been around a long time, man. He was on the radio with me, man, when I was in Dallas. You remember when man, used to come on there with, man. We've been doing this a long time, good people. We
had the other show.
Yeah, all that, man. We had our own call-in show. Before we started going video, we was on the phone. Yeah, man. So it is a privilege, man. Like Dr. Ford said, man, this is my confidant, this is my buddy, man. This is my friend. You know, we just don't get on here to do this for the show. We live this, good people. We just want to help y'all. You know, I always come on here to try to help y'all to see that what I'm talking about is just not philosophy. Some of that might be life philosophy, but this is clinical. This is science, right? That's why I bring my guy on here to back this up. These are real numbers, and we want you not to be in those numbers. We want you to be on the other side of those numbers. The people that's thriving, the people that's living their life. So listen, man.
One of the things, because just hearing you say that, and you think about the last 20 years, those numbers are getting bigger. Those numbers are inflating. I remember a show we did probably 10, 15 years ago. And the numbers, thinking about the numbers back then, they weren't what the numbers are today.
Yeah.
This is one of the many things that I know. The numbers are getting bigger. So even when he says we want you not to be a part of the numbers, these are things that we've learned over the years, how to stay out of the numbers. So, you know, the goal is to keep, like you said, keep them out of the numbers.
That's it.
And nowadays in 2026, it becomes harder and harder to stay out of the numbers.
That's true. That is so true with everything that's going on. But guess what? We got y'all every first Sunday. Pull up on us, and we got y'all, man. Shoot us y'all's questions. We want to do shows that answers y'all's questions. So if y'all got questions, shoot them to us. Y'all got Dr. Ford's tag. Y'all know me. So until next time, every first Sunday of every month, y'all already know me and Dr. Ford. Every last Monday of the month, I go live on the Soul Truth Spotlight. If you want to be a guest, all you got to do is email me. Let me know what area you struggling in the most, your health, your money, your relationships, your identity. And are you willing to be coached live on the Spotlight? Every last Monday, we go live 7 p.m. on the Spotlight. Every Tuesday, 2:30, brand new episodes of The Married Life drop. So you don't want to miss those episodes. Every Sunday, 9 a.m., it's Soul Truth Sunday, baby, where identity meets nervous system. We are here to help, but also reach out to Dr. Ford. So until next Sunday, look, good people, same bad time, same bad channel. Hey, this is FL. This is my good buddy, Dr. Larry Ford, hands to guide you. And until next time, we hope you have a great Sunday.
See you later.
See you later. Thanks for joining.
Have a great week.
Yes, great week.